Let us welcome our test speaker today, Matt Scoletti. Three greatest hits, Matt Scoletti.
Raise your hand if you love when bad things happen to you. Usually there's one or two crazies out there. Maybe not today. Let's see if that response changes in a few minutes. In the 5th grade, I ran for student government. I had to give a 1-minute speech in front of the whole school, 200 plus students. I walked to the podium, lectern with swag and confidence, put my hand in my pocket to get my speech out, and I left my speech in my locker. Oh boy. But the whole speech was only 8 sentences. I could get through that, and I got through 7 of them and then blanked out. 5 seconds go by. I say nothing. 10 seconds go by. Crickets in the whole auditorium. Thank goodness my 5th grade teacher bails me out, feeds me my final line, and I get the heck off the stage. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life. But it also sent me on a quest to want to become a better speaker, leader, and communicator. And it's a journey I'm still on to this day and love the process. I wouldn't trade this 5th grade debacle for anything. It became one of my greatest gifts. Many years later, in my late 20s, I woke up on the floor of my living room, hungover after a night of partying. My head was pounding. I'm nauseous. My stomach is killing me. I stagger my way up the stairs into my bathroom, look at myself in the mirror, and for the first time ever, hated who was looking back. I came to the realization that morning I'd slowly become an alcoholic over the last decade. The scariest part is if I didn't make a change, I would most likely be dead or in jail within 5 years. It was time for a shift. 1 month later, I attended a conference where I heard a health and wellness expert named Chris Johnson speaking. After his speech, I rushed up to the stage, introduced myself. I said, "Chris, I'm Matt Scoletti. I'm unmotivated. I'm an alcoholic. I'm overweight. Can you help me?" He probably thought, "Whoa, Matt, how about good morning first before you launch off into your life story?" But he agreed to mentor me. 12 years later, he still mentors me. Since shaking his hand, he helped me lose over 50 pounds, overcome my alcohol addiction, and run over 100 marathons. Have you ever met the perfect person at the perfect time in your life? That's who Chris was for me. As a result, I wouldn't trade my alcohol addiction for anything. It became one of my greatest gifts. In 2016, I married the woman of my dreams. Beautiful wedding, amazing honeymoon. We settled down and began to live our perfect lives. Then the honeymoon phase wore off. We began to go opposite directions. And on my birthday weekend a few years ago, my wife sat me down to dinner, looked me dead in the eye, and said, "I want a divorce. I just do not love you anymore." I was devastated, crushed, lost. 2 weeks later, I had my first Ironman triathlon. And by the grace of God, our creator, whatever you believe in, I got through this 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, followed by running a full marathon, all on the same day. As I crossed the finish line, the MC came over the loudspeaker and said, "Matt Scoletti, you are an Iron Man." This announcement did not magically get me over my divorce, but it made me realize a new version of myself was being born. A version where when life knocks me down, I will stand back up every single time. I'm not unique in my setbacks. We all have them. Divorce, cancer, death of a family member. But if you have to go through the setback, why not turn that into your greatest comeback? Why not turn your setback into your superpower? My 5th grade embarrassment, alcoholism, and divorce became 3 of my greatest gifts that helped transform me into an Iron Man. And I have news for you. You are an Iron Man. You are an Iron Man. Go out there and prove it. Mr. Contest Chair.